The internet is exploding right now as brand new footage of Lil Durk inside a courtroom has taken over social media. In the clip now trending across TikTok, Instagram, and X, Durk appears visibly emotional, pleading with the judge as his legal situation continues to spiral. Fans are shocked, haters are loud, and the entire hip-hop community is scrambling to understand what really happened behind those closed doors. Some people claim the footage shows Durk desperately trying to convince the court that he had nothing to do with the allegations surrounding his crew. Others believe he was begging for one last chance to clear his name. And as always, the internet is divided, supporters saying Durk is being targeted, while critics argue that the clip exposes the truth he's been hiding for years. What makes this even crazier is how fast the video spread. Within minutes of being posted, it racked up thousands of shares, millions of views, and sparked an avalanche of rumors about Durk's future. People are questioning everything. Is this the moment his career collapses? Or is it another example of the system trying to break him? Meanwhile, blogs, pages, and influencers are adding fuel to the fire, claiming exclusive sources with inside information. Some insist the judge was unmoved. Others swear Durk's emotional plea may have changed everything. But one thing is undeniable: this footage has flipped the entire narrative overnight. This is not just a viral moment. This is a turning point. A moment that could decide the fate of one of hip-hop's biggest names. And the world is watching every second. The hip-hop world has been shaken to its core after shocking new footage of Lil Durk inside a courtroom surfaced online, spreading like wildfire across every major social platform. What began as a 10-second leaked clip has now turned into one of the biggest conversations of the year, with fans, critics, bloggers, and even other artists weighing in on what this could mean for Durk's future. The video doesn't show violence, a fight, or some dramatic altercation. Instead, it shows something far more unexpected: Durk looking emotional, speaking directly to the judge, pleading for leniency, pleading for understanding, and possibly pleading for his freedom. The clip opens with Durk standing in front of the judge's bench, his hands clasped tightly. He isn't wearing jewelry. He isn't smiling. He isn't trying to look powerful, tough, or untouchable. Instead, he looks like a man carrying a lifetime of pressure on his shoulders. His voice cracks slightly as he talks. He looks exhausted, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. For someone who has built a reputation on being strong, calm, and composed even in the most dangerous environments, this moment feels completely different. Within minutes of being posted online, the video exploded, shared by rap blogs, street news pages, hip-hop influencers, and fan accounts. TikTok users started stitching the clip, adding commentary and reactions. Twitter turned it into a trending topic. Instagram pages posted slowed versions, zoomed versions, even edited versions with dramatic music. Everyone had their own interpretation, their own theory, their own angle. But the question remained the same: what was happening behind the scenes that pushed Lil Durk into a moment like this? Many believe this footage came from one of Durk's recent hearings connected to ongoing investigations involving his team, OTF. Over the past few years, OTF has found itself in the middle of multiple controversies, from allegations of organized activity to connections with individuals involved in violent crimes. While Durk has repeatedly distanced himself from these claims, arguing he has no involvement in the actions of others, the legal system continues to examine every corner of his circle. And when your name is as big as Lil Durk's, even the smallest rumor turns into a headline. In this leaked clip, Durk appears to be explaining his innocence, telling the judge that he is trying to move forward in life, trying to support his family, trying to stay focused on music, and trying to stay away from trouble. At one point, he seems to mention how much pressure he is under, not only as an artist, but as a father, a provider, and someone constantly in the spotlight. His tone is calm but emotional, and the courtroom atmosphere feels tense, almost heavy. For many viewers, the clip reveals a side of Lil Durk the public rarely sees. We see the superstar who performs for thousands. We see the rapper with millions of streams. We see the name associated with street music, gang rumors, and controversies. But in this moment, the footage shows something else: a man who feels cornered by life, by the system, and by the consequences of those around him. Fans have been quick to defend Durk, arguing that he has been trying for years to escape the street life he grew up in. They bring up his charity events, his foundation work, the jobs he has created, and the way he has tried to spread positivity, especially in recent years. Supporters say the video proves he is trying to take responsibility for himself, not for the actions of others. Some even argue that the justice system is trying to make an example out of him because of his fame. On the other side, critics are using the video to push their own narrative, claiming Durk is finally facing the consequences of a past he could never fully escape. They argue that the emotional plea is a performance, a strategy, or simply too little too late. These critics flood comment sections with accusations, theories, and so-called evidence based on old incidents, rumors, and street politics. And as expected, the internet has turned the clip into a battlefield. But what makes this moment even more intense is the timing. Just weeks prior, multiple reports emerged about members of Durk's team being investigated for questionable activities. Rumors of federal interest, leaked documents, suspicious transactions, and questionable travel records all began circulating online. Some reports claimed that OTF funds were used for people involved in criminal cases. Others claimed Durk's name appeared in documents because of his connection to individuals under scrutiny. None of these reports have been officially confirmed, but that hasn't stopped the internet from building entire narratives out of fragments. So, when this new footage appeared, the timing made it feel bigger, almost like a piece of a larger puzzle. People began asking, is Durk fighting for his freedom? Is this just a hearing or something more serious? Was he addressing old charges, new allegations, or something the public doesn't know about yet? Why did this clip leak, and who leaked it? Even the way the footage was released raised eyebrows. It didn't come from a news outlet, a legal team, or an official source. It looked like a recording taken secretly, perhaps by someone inside the room. Some insiders claim it came from a courthouse worker. Others say it was leaked by someone trying to stir controversy. Whatever the truth is, the leak worked. The world is talking about it. Meanwhile, the judge's expression in the footage has also become a topic of discussion. Some viewers think the judge looks sympathetic, listening carefully. Others think the judge appears completely unmoved, staring forward with a stern, emotionless expression. This has only added more fuel to the debate, with people speculating about the final ruling. The emotional weight of the footage is undeniable. Durk's voice, posture, tone. It doesn't look like an artist trying to save a career. It looks like a man trying to save his life from falling apart. It reminds people that behind the fame, behind the money, behind the headlines, celebrities are still human beings who face consequences, struggles, and battles like everyone else. What makes this story even more gripping is the uncertainty. No one outside that courtroom knows exactly what the judge decided in that moment. No official statement has been released. No court documents have been made public. The leaked clip ends before the judge responds, leaving the entire world hanging on a cliff, hungry for answers. And until those answers come, the internet will keep spinning theories. Fans will keep defending him, critics will keep attacking him, and the conversation will keep growing. One thing is clear: this footage has changed everything, and Lil Durk's future now hangs in a balance the whole world can see. As the leaked footage continues to circulate across the internet, more layers of the story begin to unfold. What seemed like a short emotional moment inside a courtroom is quickly evolving into a much larger discussion, one that goes far beyond Lil Durk himself. Bloggers, legal analysts, and even former attorneys are now weighing in, giving their interpretations of the clip and what it could mean for Durk's future. Many legal experts point out that Durk's plea in the video appears to be connected not just to allegations tied to OTF, but to a much bigger narrative, one involving years of investigations, unresolved accusations, and a long history of people around him getting into serious trouble. One attorney explained that when a celebrity becomes the center of gravity for a group, the legal system often watches them far more closely than the others. Even if the person does nothing wrong directly, the law tends to examine who they associate with, who they finance, and who benefits from their influence. And for Lil Durk, this has been a repeating theme in his life. From the early days of his career, Durk's rise in the music industry was overshadowed by his ties to the streets. As he grew more famous, those ties didn't disappear, they simply evolved. Some of the people he came up with turned their lives around, others did not. Some stayed loyal, some drifted away, and some found themselves in situations that brought unwanted attention to his name. Whether fair or unfair, these situations kept resurfacing. This context adds weight to the leaked footage. When viewers watch Durk pleading with the judge, they are not just seeing a single moment, they're seeing a man who has spent years trying to outrun the consequences of his environment. In the video, Durk appears to talk about responsibility, loyalty, and growth. He mentions wanting to distance himself from trouble, but admits that it's difficult when people from his past keep getting involved in things he cannot control. The emotional tone in his voice suggests he's tired of being judged for his circle, tired of being blamed for others' actions, tired of constantly having to prove he's moving in a better direction. This vulnerability is what shocked fans the most. For years, Durk has built an image of strength, quiet, calm, confident, unfazed by chaos. But this footage shows the cracks in that armor. It shows a man carrying guilt, pressure, fear, and exhaustion. And people are reacting. Supporters argue, this shows Durk is trying his best. He's been targeted for years. He's taking responsibility for his life. He's not the same person he was a decade ago. Critics argue, he surrounded himself with the wrong people. You can't run from your past forever. His music and lifestyle brought this attention. Begging won't change the facts. This clash of opinions is fueling the story even more. Meanwhile, more rumors start spreading. Some pages claim the judge gave Durk harsh warnings during the hearing. Others claim his legal team presented new evidence that may help him. And some unverified sources even claim that Durk's emotional plea did make the judge reconsider certain restrictions or conditions. But the truth is, nobody knows for sure. The court has not released official statements. Durk's team has remained silent, and the clip cuts off before any verdict or response is shown. This mystery is exactly why the footage went so viral. People aren't just watching the video, they're trying to decode it. Studying his face, studying his tone, studying the judge's reaction. Every frame of that clip is being analyzed like a clue in a crime investigation. But behind all the speculation, one thing is clear. Durk is fighting something serious. This moment also brings up a bigger issue: the cost of fame. When you're a global superstar, every mistake, every rumor, every connection becomes magnified. Your success becomes your weapon and your weakness. And for someone like Lil Durk, whose entire career is rooted in the reality of Chicago street culture, the line between his past and present has always been thin. As the video continues to spread, questions about his future grow louder. Will he face charges? Will he lose contracts? Will he be restricted from traveling? Will this affect his music career? Industry insiders are already predicting that record labels, brand partnerships, and streaming platforms are watching this closely. Public image matters, and while Durk's fanbase is incredibly loyal, legal issues always make corporations nervous. But there's another side to this. Moments like this can also humanize an artist. The footage shows vulnerability, honesty, and fear, feelings people connect with. Some fans believe this video might actually make him bigger, not smaller. They argue that people support artists more when they see their struggles, when they feel their pain, when they see the human behind the superstar. This is why the story hasn't slowed down. Every hour, more pages post about it, more YouTubers discuss it, more influencers react to it, and every post brings new theories, new debates, new drama. This isn't just a clip anymore, it's a full-blown narrative. It's a moment that could redefine Lil Durk's entire legacy. What happens next? No one knows. Not yet. But one thing is certain, This footage has shaken the industry, and the decisions made after this could change everything for Lil Durk, his freedom, his future, and his place in hip-hop history. As the world waits for clarity, the impact of the leaked footage is becoming impossible to ignore. Every news outlet, every hip-hop page, and every social media feed is flooded with commentary. What was once just a courthouse moment has now transformed into a cultural event, one that will be remembered long after the hype dies down. For Lil Durk, this isn't just about defending his reputation, it's about redefining his identity. For years, he's fought to transition from a street-raised artist into a global superstar, a father, a businessman, a leader, and someone younger artists look up to. But this video reminds everyone that escaping your past is never simple, especially when that past is tied to violence, loss, and survival. In the footage, the raw emotion in Durk's voice hints at more than fear. It reveals something deeper, a desperation for change. He speaks like a man who knows his future is hanging by a thread, who knows one wrong decision by the judge could derail everything he has built. That vulnerability is precisely what made the video so viral. It's rare to see a figure like Lil Durk stripped of confidence, stripped of fame, facing the reality of consequences that money and influence can't easily erase. The public's reaction continues to split sharply. Supporters rally around him, urging the system to consider his growth, his efforts, and the countless lives he has helped through music and opportunities. They argue he deserves a chance to move forward, not be dragged backward by the actions of those around him. Critics, however, see the moment as inevitable. They believe Durk's world has always been too close to danger, that eventually the legal system would catch up to the chaos surrounding his name. To them, the emotional plea is too little, too late. But regardless of opinions, one fact remains undeniable. This leaked footage has changed everything. It has forced the public, the industry, and even the legal system to look at Lil Durk not just as a rapper, but as a man fighting to keep control of his life. Whether this moment becomes the beginning of his downfall or the start of a powerful comeback is a story still unwritten. And now, the world waits, watching every update, every rumor, every development, because whatever happens next will define Lil Durk's legacy forever. Before we wrap up this story, one thing is clear. Moments like this don't come often. When footage like this drops raw, emotional, unfiltered, it changes the entire landscape of hip-hop. And here at Rapscope X, we break it down like nobody else. If you want the truth behind the headlines, the inside angles the blogs don't show, and the real stories shaping the culture, this is where you belong. So if you've been locked in with us this far, do one thing right now. Hit that like button so this video pushes further into the algorithm. Subscribe to Rapscope X so you never miss the biggest updates, breaking news, and deep dive investigations into the rap world. And turn on the notification bell so you're the first to know when the next chapter of this story unfolds, because trust me, it's far from over. Drop your thoughts below in the comments. Do you think Lil Durk deserves another chance? Did the judge seem sympathetic or strict? And where do you think this story goes next? Your voice matters. Your opinion drives the conversation. This is Rapscope X, where the streets meet the truth, and every story hits harder. Stay locked in. More heat is on the way. More heat is on the way.